Coach. Thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 15, line it. 15 line. Get it.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the set.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 61. Matchbox light. Hey, exit.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 14.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away.
The Bengals take over number 17 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Get up.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Check.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 24, McSorley. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is McSorley. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So when you think play action right here, because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check 3, check 3. Pilot, 64, weak.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, dude. 51 the mic. Check it out.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
58, right over there.
McSorley from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now McSorley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Throw left side here complete to Campbell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And he can't escape, and down he goes. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for Hilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves. Every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. You run. Under 10. What?
They begin with a run by Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
6-6, pull it high.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. X3. 218. Chop.
Clock now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Leonard Fournette. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Check nickel. Ready.
Throwing his lock on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
33. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 52.
There.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Throwing on second down, McSorley. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
After the penalty, it's Fournette.
Go, run.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Zipper. Hey, Delta. 5.
On second down, here's Lott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it. Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Get.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Complete outright to Kurz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
No.
Ready.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's McSorley. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's McSorley to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Kurz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. It'll be McSorley again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Alpha. 5.
Block off of play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. Block going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. That is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Locke. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 8, read.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Ready?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. McSorley sets to pass. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing is McSorley. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Finding some room at midfield. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now McSorley. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for the Bengals, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This